Hello everyone. This module is to study the Python branching statement or conditional statements. The coding, the computer coding, in almost all the cases, try to determine whether the condition is true or false, depending upon the result of that determination. In many cases, additional actions need to be taken. So, for example, if you say A equals 7, and then the conditional statements is if statements. So if you say if A is greater than 7, then you can say, oh, I'm sorry. What you need to do is that you have to colon. This is the delimiter. After that, you can say print A is greater than 7, all right? And then if you want to state otherwise, then you need to say else, and then you can say print it is not. All right. So hit enter, then it is not. Why it is not? A is 7. If it says A is greater than 7, there's no equals, right? That is the reason. So if you say this in this table in the editor, then it's like this, all right? And then if you want to say not the hard-coded A, but if you want to get it from the user, how can you get the value from user? Then you need to say age equals input, enter your age, all right? And then I'm going to save this and put it on my directory. Okay, this is the way that you need to do if I ask you to enter the source file, all right? Then I would say this is if and iterate, if and loop, okay? So the scenario here is that whatever you say here in the input function will be appearing here for the prompt question. Then you can answer whatever the number. That number goes to this variable age. You expect to hear the number, but whatever the value taken from the standard input device, this is a standard input, this is a terminal, right? So from the standard input, the type that you can gain, you can receive is always a string. So age is a string, right? So let's try. So that you can say 10. My age is 10 and enter. Then there is an error. Why there is an error? As I said, this age by default is in string type. Okay. Therefore, string is compared with the number. It's not possible, right? So what you need to do is that you have to change that age, convert that age to integer. Okay, so this is a conversion. So I can say convert string to int. Okay, so age, this age, whatever number that you say, 10 years old, but it doesn't mean 10 years old. It is 10, just character 10. So the character 10, because that's a character, numerical character, it's not a value number, but yet, therefore it can be converted to integer. So this age here is value 10. The age above here is simply 10. So recent ones will be used here. All right. So I'm going to save this and execute it. Number 10, then it says A is greater than 10, right? Once more, if you put here 5, then 5, it is not, right? In this case, this is going to work. Basically, this is usually what you need to do, right? And for example, if you say 21, and I want to say here item input do you want to buy beer? Okay. Then I want to come, there's two items came up, right? So if I say and item equals true, age is greater than or equal to 21, this is greater than or equal to, okay? And this two equal sign means the comparative, this equality checking. If item is true, okay, or alcohol, okay, I would say this is alcohol. Alcohol. All right, and then otherwise, that item is not permitted to you. All right, so you can buy it. So two values are requested from user, and then you need to, what is this? There's a comment. Okay, so let's make this a little wider. All right, I save it and try to hit. So enter your age, say 23. Do you want to buy it? True. Then you can say this item is permitted to, it's not. Wait a minute, 23 is greater than true, then this should be, this is 23. I'll go true. "23, true," like this true, and hit enter. It's not permitted. 21, let's say 19, true. It's not permitted. This is okay, but age is greater than 21. Any one of this is not true, then well, you can simply, I want you to say yes, okay, rather than true. You say yes. Then 23, yes, yes, you buy it. And if you say 20, I want to still buy it, then it says that item is not permitted to you. This is according to the New York law, right? So let's put there true rather than the Boolean expression, which is true, right? Say simply get the string evaluation. This is a combination of the conditional statements, right? Combination of conditional statements. You can add more and more if you like. All right. Hope this works for you. Thank you. Conditional statements in Python, not only if and else statements, we can make a more different branchings. So for example, I want to do else if, although these are both are not true, but one of those truths, then if you have AND operator, and altogether will be evaluated to be true only if both conditions are true, right? That is the AND the connector. But what if one of those is true but the other is not? In that case, you can say if age is still greater than, let's say age is not greater than 21 but less than 21. This, because this guy age is the problem, but he wants to buy yes, then you can print ask your dad to buy it. Okay, this makes sense, right? Because he cannot buy it only because his age is not over 21, but he wants to buy it. Then you can suggest it in this way. His age is not 21. It's not over 21. But okay, we can say this. Age is 21, less than 21, and then age is greater than, let's say, 18. Okay, in between. Only you can say the age is not over 21, so that that person cannot buy it by him or herself. But if he is greater than 8, greater than or 18, greater than or equal to 18, but not yet the age 21, then we can ask him to we can allow him to ask his dad to buy it. Otherwise, if he's too young, then no, it's not, right? Don't ask your dad to buy it. That is the scenario. So I'm going to say this, and then let's say his age is 19. You want to buy it? Yes, I want to buy it. Then you can say, ask your dad to buy it. Another, his age is 16. That guy says, yeah, I want to buy it. Then no, you cannot buy it. Don't ask your dad. That type of things. Okay. So if you see here, you can make this if else if statements multiple, and finally you can say else. that is fine. Or you can simply say without this, only check at if statements. That is also fine. Another point is that you can make two conditions together or two or more conditions together. Then you can connect the more conditions like conjunctively and statements, or disjunctively with the or statements. All right. So in this case, two different variables are combined, but in this case, the same variables are combined. What it does here is that ag in mathematics is greater than or equal to 18, and age is less than 0.1. This is a mathematical form. This form is not taken by programming statements. Okay? Programming statements need to state this is one condition and this is another condition, and two conditions are combined like this. Therefore, all together will be in this way. This is in math only. All right.